Hello, everyone. Welcome to Style Esports Season 9. My name is Shinkari, and I'm joined by Wee Wizard, and tonight we have two teams for y'all to watch. We have Stevens Lol Gray up against Scoreboard White. Stevens Lol Gray is the JV team from Stevens Institute of Technology over in Hoboken, New Jersey, and we're ready to get these two teams underway. It's the number 7 up against the number 1 seed. Currently on the leaderboards for Style Esports. So we are in for a mighty fine good time tonight. I'm joined by Wee Wizard. We're ready to get it underway. We're done with bans. We're about to get into picks. Wee Wizard, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, Shinkar. And these bans, I like looking at these bans. We see Scoreboard, they bit the bullet and they banned the Lee Sin. Looking at the stats, we see both of these junglers are heavy Lee Sin players. It looks like Scoreboard didn't want to leave that first pick opportunity up to Stevens, so all right, we're gonna take it away. As long as red side, you guys can't have that. The banning Malphite and Vladimir as well. With Stevens banning out Graves, Silas, and Nami. Nami, a pretty potent support in the current meta.
Yeah, I think I prefer a Lucian ban more so than the Nami ban. I see the Nami ban as more of like a, hey, we don't want you to play Lucian, but I still feel like there's plenty of supports that work well with Lucian in the current meta. Lulu even comes to mind, and Braum comes to mind as well. A little bit less optimal, but I still think it's very good here. They are going to instead opt for this Aphelios maybe. I think that this is a little bit of a risky lock-in because you do kind of need that Thresh. So if Stevens opts to pick away the Thresh from the Aphelios here, you do kind of pigeonhole yourself into some other kind of hook supports as well. So maybe we'll see a Nautilus come through. But once again, Thresh very, very good with Aphelios and could be picked away here by Stevens.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely a possibility just because the Aphelios Thresh combo has such potency. But you did mention the Lulu, which Evermay does play as well. So Aphelios Lulu may be going to be coming out. But they're instead opting for Arthurring LeBlanc, which is a very bold move.
Yeah.
Especially when you're red side, right? Usually you can save that R5 blind pick, the non-blind pick for your mid laner, but they may actually be giving over to the top laner. What do you think of this LeBlanc pick? That's spicy.
Yeah, I think it's spicy too. Usually folks will go jungler and bot lane in the first half and save, especially if they're red side, save the counter pick for the latter half. What I think that this might be doing is I think Scoreboard White might at least be baiting Stevens into banning away the Thresh, which is the best support to be paired with Aphelios here. Because I think Scoreboard White just might think that they're locking in just a different support to go with Aphelios, right? And I do like this option here, just banning away the Lulu, which is very good into Rakan and Viego here. I think we've reached the point in League of Legends Ranked where comfort is still king, but there are a lot of folks that play the most powerful champions pretty comfortably. So even if you're banning away comfort picks, you have to be careful about which comfort picks you're banning away because you're going to leave powerful picks on the table. Now with these bans right here, it's now going to prompt Scoreboard White to maybe lock in the Thresh here for the bottom lane, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would assume they're gonna pick. Oh wow, Lux.
Yeah,
that is a big damage dealer in the support.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I like that. I mean, we have seen Evermay pull out the Lux. They played in solo queue. It's definitely a potent pick. And Stevens, Lissandra Camille. Don't get me started on Camille right now. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Disgusting champion at the moment. Camille and Tom Kench are just absolutely ridiculous with the Conqueror nerfs. Both of them, they run Grasp, so they haven't noticed a thing. Gore Drinker, Conqueror nerfed in the last patch. Doing pretty good, and Scoreboard looks like they're going to be locking in Gnar for the Poppy, actually, counter pick into Camille. Very interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I love this pick. Yeah. Pretty well. I mean, it counters a lot of the movement that Stevens has here, right? Camille, Xayah to a degree, Rakan definitely, Viego, all of those are going to be stuffed by Poppy once Poppy gets an engage, right? It also stops the Viego stun. I don't know if it stops his ultimate, and I'm not sure if it stops the Xayah
He's
ultimate.
unstoppable. Yeah.
Okay. So that means that Rakan and Camille are definitely stuffed, and I'm not sure about Lissandra. I will have to check that, but I think it's a blink. So I think you'd
Yeah,
have to
I would
blink
think it's a
all the
blink
way to
too.
the other side of Poppy if you're outside, and then if you're inside, I think you might be SOL. But once again,
And
a whole
yeah.
lot of really good stuff from the Poppy here, and I think I like this lock in because it does still kind of seem like a flex, but I do think that Lux is going support.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the alternative is like LeBlanc support, which is, I mean, or it could
LeBlanc
be Lux.
top. It would be LeBlanc top, Lux mid, Poppy support.
Oh yeah.
That would be my
Oh,
guess. And just
I see.
immediately have like the better matchup into Rakan. But
That's
I
true.
think that Lux is still very good because Rakan's sustain is not very good, right? He needs to land those Qs onto an enemy hero or an enemy champion and then wait and then heal. And even then, he's not going to be maxing Q like most Rakans will max W for the cooldown reduction first. And even in some cases, like if they're going to put points into the Q, they won't max it first. And if they do, it slows down whatever button they're maxing first, right?
Right, right. Yeah, definitely an interesting composition coming out from Scoreboard. I mean, they are the #1 seed. They've been doing something right this whole time, so maybe they see something we don't. The one particular thing that I am noticing in their draft is that beyond the Poppy W, there's very little heal coming out from Scoreboard. I mean, the Lux has, I guess a root, but I don't. That's not going to stop. Lissandra, Camille, Rakan engage, and Poppy only has one sort of counter to that. So Stevens is definitely going to be looking to dive this Aphelios in the back line, not letting him have safe passage, and with a sort of, I would say, less traditional support with the Lux, I think that Scoreboard may have difficulty fending them off.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be pretty hard, right? These initiations are going to be insane from Scoreboard here, right? They have so much pick potential as well from pretty far away too, like
Yeah.
LeBlanc and Lux being
Yeah.
followed up by a Hecarim, like that is insane, right? Like so far away that they can deal so much damage and get some pretty secured lockdown as well. This is looking like a really, really good comp, and I'm loving a lot of the counters as well. Honestly, I'm loving the Lux pickup here because with the Lux changes to her E, it means that support Lux can max Q and still deal a significant amount of damage, right? Even
Yeah.
matching, like leveling E last, still means that she can do a decent chunk of damage. And with the changes to her attack speed, she can fairly reliably get some good poke damage with a with auto attacks to get gold for the support item, and also maybe farm with Relic Shield if she wants to be more safe.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I think the Lux buffs are um, definitely something to be paying attention to in this match, just because I think Lux Aphelios definitely has the potential to outrange Xayah Rakan, at least a little bit, right? Just because Rakan is fairly low range unless he's full on committing, right? Rakan can't poke you from a distance like Lux can. So Stevens may lose the poke game against an Aphelios Lux in this bot lane.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be really, really hard. Once again, Rakan sustain not so great. It exists, but I don't know if it is the
I
best,
don't think so.
you're better than like a Soraka or a Sona or a Seraphine. Rakan's kind of in this middle ground between sort of like this initiator slash enchanter, right? So we'll have to see how this Xayah Rakan does in the bot lane. I think it is actually pretty well positioned. Usually when one of the lovebirds is well positioned in the meta, the other one is always under consideration for the
Yeah.
rest. And I think this provides some really good initiation for their team and some great follow-up to a Hextech ultimatum.
Yeah, and taking the focus out of this bot lane, I think this top lane matchup is going to be fairly interesting to watch. And the reason I say this is if both junglers start bot side and they path upward, that top prio is just so important when that scuttle spawns at 315. So the question is, who is going to have prio, Poppy or Camille? And I think that matchup really just comes down to how does the Poppy utilize the W, right? Because
Right.
Poppy can pretty much deny Camille's entire engage in the laning phase. So Camille has very little incentive to actually go in, unless, of course, there's some sort of skill diff and Camille, has just better reactions, I guess. Although it's fairly easy to predict. So if this Poppy is able to get that lane prio, Hecarim can get an early lead, put Viego behind, and that can be the edge that you need if you're scoreboard to start snowballing the game, especially when you have this LeBlanc and this Lux that can really pick up big damage, especially if they go for Darkseal.
Yeah, for sure. And to talk about that top half of the map as well. I mean, you mentioned it, and I think I mentioned it as well. Is Poppy can stuff the engagement from Viego as well. So Viego is also going to have a hard time looking for that scuttle 2v2 that Hecarim and Poppy are just going to have an easy time dealing with, right? Like, how do you land the stun effectively as
Yeah.
Viego against the Poppy, or even a Hecarim that's nearby the Poppy, right? It's just a whole lot of trouble up in this top lane to really get a good 2v2 and even to a further degree a 3v3 for that top scuttle. So maybe Viego starts blue, paths down to red, and then goes for the bot scuttle and is just like, okay, bye Camille, like sorry, like Poppy's there, sorry, I would love to help you, but oops.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely what I was going to say. I was going to say that Viego should start blue and path downward towards his bot side. And Hecarim might even be doing this, 200 IQ where he starts top side, right? Because he knows Viego wants that because he shouldn't be able to contest the top. So maybe Hecarim's like, okay, if my bot lane gets pushed bot and LeBlanc maybe has pushed mid, I can push this Viego off of this bot scuttle and actually double scuttle with the Poppy pressure from the top lane. But with that being said, we'll just have to see what these junglers decide to do.
Yeah, we're going to take just a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be loaded onto the Rift of Game 1 of Stevens, up against Stevens Gray, up against Scoreboard White. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. everyone, welcome back to Style Esports Season 9. My name is Shinkari. I'm co-casting today with Wee Wizard, and we are on the Rift of game number 1 between Scoreboard White and Stevens Lol Gray. A clash of two titans. The number 1 seed and the number 7 seed currently on our leaderboards for Style Esports, and we are already getting some pretty aggressive play here already. If y'all didn't see down in the bottom right there, LeBlanc went over the wall, warded the red, and dashed back over.
Look, Lux started fucking Dorn's ring. She doesn't have a support item.
Okay, yeah, she does not have a support item. That is correct.
No.
Oh, no.
Tragedy.
Okay, well, we've had a bunch of other awkward starts in this game, too. We were noting that Polvo, the 80 carry for Scoreboard White, started Doran's Blade, even though they're using Cut Down, which is your opponent has more HP, you deal more damage to them. And the enemy team did not build any HP items, except for Rakan, and that makes sense. Yeah. Let me see. He has 570, and Aphelios has 610. So, nope, not getting any damage out of that rune today.
Yeah, and look at this bot lane cheese. I'm curious if this is going to work out. They are standing really aggressively away from that bush as if they know somehow.
That's going to be, this is immediately going to be punished here. That's going to be the knock-up onto Aphelios here. That's going to be a teleport coming across from the mid laners. Polvo's actually taking really low here. They're going to have to get away. Wasabi is going to be coming in, getting the first blood here. Lissandra's here as well, but I think only has the Q. I don't think that they're going to get... Okay, first flash forward, auto attack. Number 2, Ginger's going to be the one picking up the kill here, but now they're in some trouble. They're having to get away. There's a good knock-up from Fuzzy Bunny there. They're looking for the rest of damage onto Wasabi. That's going to be a binding onto Lissandra, taken incredibly low. The Wasabi goes forward, doesn't get hit. Flash forward, trying to get that last auto attack, but they healed up from being leveling up. Fuzzy Bunny, you gotta get that last W rooted in place. Amber May. It's a wild time down in that bot lane. They're up 1,000 gold right now and 2 kills onto the LeBlanc. This is going to be an awful time for this Lissandra right now.
This is exactly what you expect when you're watching 2 of the top seeds playing. Minute 2, level 1 double TP from the mid laners. Absolutely hilarious. And, going back to the junglers that we were talking about, Viego did start top, as we predicted, but Hecarim went for the safe 6 camp clear. Fair enough, he just wants his Scuttlecraft and he's going to say good day. And as expected, Poppy does have the top lane push. And due to the funkiness going on bot lane, Viego actually does have the bot cryo. So, good decision, I would say, by both teams in their scuttle grab plays.
Yeah. So far, I think we both called it. Yeah. Viego just wants nothing to do with that top half of the map. His Poppy just completely shuts down Viego. You're right.
Yeah, and taking a quick look at the board, we do see LeBlanc coming back to lane. Darkseal and Boots. So we were talking about the scaling potential, but after this engage...
Yeah, we have 2 ganks across the map here, but Taco is going to be in a whole bunch of trouble as they're going down. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, didn't get a whole lot of success. Was not able to get this wave pushed in far enough to dive the turret. So Hecarim in the top lane is going to get a successful kill, and it's not going to be traded in the bot side of the map.
Yeah, and that's huge, right? If any of you have played top lane, just how brutal it is. Camille is down, 10 CS, 12, 13, and forced to TP like that. That means Poppy has TP advantage, has free reign over the map for the time being. And, trades are going on in the mid lane, but Camille is put really, really far behind by that successful dive.
Yeah, and you said it right. It's going to be at a TP advantage. I think, okay, Poppy's going to TP back to me.
Keeping up the aggression, and could be dangerous with this Viego top side. Maybe able to punish the flashless Poppy.
Yeah, okay, that's going to automatically... Okay, that's actually a really good way to start off the gank on the top side. Going to use that field already, but Sinfail has already dodged around here. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Fuzzy Bunny's been taken incredibly low. The Q from Aphelios is going to deal some more damage here, but not going to be able to find anything else off of that. So they're just going to have to back away. Fuzzy Bunny and Mental Go Boom are going to have to walk away here. Hecarim and Lux are on the hunt. I don't think they'll be able to do it here as more trading in the mid lane. Number 2 Ginger is not having a good time.
Yeah, wow, look at this trade potential. And Poppy wants some round 2.
Yeah, once again, they're 2v1ing the Poppy right now. Might be able to find something. Doesn't have the flash available. Sinfail taken incredibly low here. That's going to be Poochyness picking up the kill over Sinfail in the top lane, putting themselves more onto the scoreboard. Number 2 Ginger might be in some trouble. Oh, yeah, they're going to... Oh, okay.
Oh, the electrocute.
Yeah, the electrocute on the chains is what's going to get the kill onto number 2 Ginger. Meanwhile, Hecarim is going to solo out the Drake. There's just a whole bunch of objectives just being cleanly taken by Scoreboard White here.
Wait a minute, Hecarim has a Dark Seal?
Hecarim has a Dark Seal to start?
Is this a bug, or does he actually... Does he have APs?
Yeah, he definitely has something.
W
okay.
And his ult.
Yeah, his W and his ult. Yeah, okay.
I mean,
so some disrespect. Okay.
Yeah,
disrespect.
That seems like a BM option, but
yeah.
LeBlanc starting off with 3 kills, 2 Dark Seal stacks so far, Lost Chapter in her pocket. Very, very good start for Wasabi.
Yeah, I mean, if Barcode here is going to go through and take the disrespectful option, I mean, power to him. I mean, if it pays off, it pays off, right? But like, to me, there's like a difference between greed and disrespect, right? Greedy is like going for like an item that's like good on your character, but like, you have to like, it's a coin flip. Greed is like, disrespect is like, hey, I know this isn't good, but if we're going to win anyway, then like I'm gonna take the thing that makes me do something, right? As top lane here, oh my gosh, Lataco is just in a whole bunch of trouble. That's gonna be the Poppy ultimate knocking them into the air here, trying to get underneath the turret here, gonna get the adaptive shield after the Hextech ultimatum. And they're going to get the kill here, as that's going to be the engaged by Fuzzy Bunny in the bot lane. That's a good W to start off. Aphelios is taking incredibly low here. I already used the flash, going to use the heal as well, but Poochyness is going to be the one picking up the kill, as Lux is not going to be able to save their bot laner. Not shown by the camera, number 2 Ginger, still being bullied in this mid lane, as this LeBlanc is now 4-0-1.
Yeah, and, LeBlanc maybe looking for a pick onto Mental Go Boom. But it's probably just going to opt to clear the vision. And, keep in mind, right? This LeBlanc was blind picked by Scoreboard. The, number 2 Ginger picked Fuzzy Bunny.
Yeah, Fuzzy Bunny dashing in here, dashing back over to Poochyness here. They're going to be able to find the kill on the Lux here. And now it's a 3v1. Wasabi is in some trouble. Here comes number 2 Ginger over the wall as well. We're going to flash. And that's actually a pretty good pickup to grab that flash off the LeBlanc there. I think it was almost necessary. Did not want to give away that shutdown gold right there. But now they're pushing onto the turret. Oh,
and yeah, that Moonlight Vigil goes wide.
Yeah, he's trying to make the most out of it as he can right now. Mental Go Boom taken pretty low by those chakrams, trying to find the kill onto Rakan, but good body block there as the bot laner is shown to be true lovebirds.
Yeah, and Lissandra pick not looking too good, but Viego may be in a position to carry 3-0. Almost has his Divine Sunderer completed. Hecarim taking away the Rift Herald. Good, macro play. You see the Viego bot. He's taking his time. And Viego actually maybe making a beeline? No, just for his blue bow.
Yeah, I think this is a good play by the Hecarim here. I think this might be most useful in either top or mid. Because these towers are actually feeling more pain than the bot lane here, so being able to grab those turrets early and maybe unlock your two top laners that stuff a lot of the things by the rest of the lane. But number 2 Ginger here,
wow, look at that damage! She's
does
dead.
So much damage. Has to use the glacial tomb on herself here. They're looking for Sinfail, is taken incredibly low, but number 2 Ginger is also low on the back end here. Barco is going to be the first person picking up the kill. Here's Lataco trying to survive for as long as they can. Don't want a turret dive just yet, but they do have a wave pushing. They do have Lataco on a low HP bar. Here comes the Hextech ultimatum here, trying to survive for just a little bit longer, but Wasabi is unstoppable. 5-0-2. Fuzzy Bunny in the bot lane here, looking for the kill on the Polvo. They're going to dash forward, get a bunch of burst damage here, but the Rift Herald is going to be popped to the top lanes. They're looking for more. That's going to be Hecarim and Sinfail diving forward here, knock him into the air. Poochyness is going to go down. Wasabi is dominating, and they are going to get so much off of this top lane scuffle.
And we were making fun of the Dark Seal pickup by Hecarim, but he's got 5 stacks, and that's 35 ability power from a 350 gold. So definitely nothing to laugh at. Wow, cleanse saving mental go boom right there. Good reflexes. And 9 Dark Seal stacks on Wasabi. 6-0.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of damage. You know, we're seeing number 2 Ginger not having a fun time at all in this mid lane.
Yeah, it's definitely looking tough, and I will still stand by the Dark Seal being a disrespect item. No one builds Dark Seal on Hecarim.
Absolutely.
This is more so than a greed item. This is definitely a disrespect item where you're like, oh yeah, we are oodles times better than the enemy team.
Whoa!
So I'm just going to build a Dark Seal as Evermay is going to be able to sneak a kill onto Mental Go Boom with that final spark.
Very cheeky, very cheeky. And, you know, I just looked at Hecarim's AP ratios. They're not bad. You know, W 80%, ult 100%. So that is a fair bit of damage, but I do agree it is definitely a disrespect pick. And no, LeBlanc has her Ludens, has the Sork shoes. First mythic on the map. Hecarim just completed his Divine Sunder. Scoreboard looking very, very strong. With the 4.5k gold lead, that, you know, that's what you would expect.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good right now across the board for sure. These KD ratios are looking very, very good for Scoreboard right now. 2-0-3, 6-0-2. It's gonna be really tough to get the steal on this Drake. You have a Fuzzy Bunny's in some trouble. Shadow onslaught over the wall. So much damage. Barcode's on a killing spree.
Yeah, and that was a really nice onslaught of shadows. No hesitation. Crystal Reform may be in trouble here.
Yeah, they're going to hop over the wall. Wasabi's going to be the one of the kill here. Yeah, Poochinis was really not able to find an intro into that fight now. Now he has some trouble here as Wasabi's going to use that sweeper in order to figure out where he's going. Trying to escape through the blue side here. Latako's here to support as well, but it's a 3v2. They're trying to get away. The chains are attached. There he's rooted. That's going to be the binding to follow up as well. Wasabi is now legendary. Now they're underneath the turret looking for that last bit of damage. Wasabi's going to be in some trouble here. Yeah, they're going to use that clone to tank up the turret here, waiting for Latako. Yeah, to get outside turret range. There's some burst damage right there. The electrocute to follow up. Barcode's looking for the follow-up right there. There's the Hextech ultimatum to trap him underneath turret, but the death is going to make it go away as Barcode is going to pick up another kill. 4-0-3, 9 stacks on that Dark Seal.
Yep, and 10 stacks for Wasabi. Hopefully going to be upgrading to a Magi's. I mean, when you're 8-0-4, I think you have, you're in pretty much the perfect position to upgrade to Magi's. And even sneaking away the Gromp on the way out. Why not? Screw over this Viego just a little bit more. And I would say Stevens are in a really, really rough spot. All across the board, you're down CS, you're down gold, you're down kills heavily. You're really, really on the back foot at this point.
Yeah, and it's definitely like even in CS, like there isn't like a saving grace that like one person is farming really well. Oh, meanwhile, this might be the saving grace right here. The quickness comes out, finds the snare onto Polvo, but they might have backed away. The TPs to answer are looking very good right now as they're getting the burst damage onto Evermay in the bot lane here. Going to be able to find that kill real quick. Sinfel's now running from Fuzzy Bunny here. Is going to dash over to the other side, try to get away, but Polvo's going to be the one picking up the kills. Barcode is taking up a whole bunch of the enemy team right now. It's a 2v4. Wasabi's diving underneath the turret to see if they can find a little bit more, but they can't quite find it. Barcode is still here. The wave is pushing. They got to run for their lives because Wasabi still wants more. They're going to dash right in right now, get that adaptive shield for a little bit more defense, but here comes Barcode in for the side. Got a stun up Viego. He's going to use that ultimate to try to get away. There's this miss for a little bit more movement speed. Latako and Puccinis now stunned, now having to hug this tier 2 turret to protect themselves from the onslaught of the rest of the red squad here as they have no room to move. Puccinis trying to get away from Barcode here. Flash forward, gonna be able to pick up the kill. He's dominating.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
That's going to be another kill. Sinfail Reformed is going to be the one picking up the kill over the wall here. They're now looking for more. Wasabi still looking for Latako here. He might be trapped. Sinfail doing a good job here. Mental go boom. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, looking for the kill on the Polvo. Can't quite find it. Barcode still looking for more. Snared up by number 2 Ginger. There's the damage. Can they find just a little bit more? The swing. This might be the shutdown. Goes over to the other side. Lissandra looks so cool when she does that. Cool guys don't look at explosions, and neither do ice switches. That's the shutdown, but the rest of the red team, it's a saving grace, but they're still down 8,400 gold.
Yeah, and you know, that's a big shutdown. Lissandra is back into the game just a little bit. I just want to point out there are having 26 kills in the 15 minutes of this game, about to be 27.
Yeah, number 2 Ginger here, really not able to get away from the Poppy as Poochyness is now looking for the re-engage here. Gonna land the stun. Okay, gonna throw out the challenging smite as well. Sinfail taken pretty low. Gonna pick up the shield in order to live for just a little bit longer. There's the miss for a little bit more movement speed. Can they find it so incredibly low? Poochyness is right there. Latako is gonna be the one picking up the kill this time. And some people might call that a kill steal. I call that a kill secured.
Yep. And LeBlanc says, wow. I don't even think, was that even in smite range? I'm pretty sure she bursted that from like 1k. That was...
Yeah.
You know, just telling on LeBlanc
22
things.
Magi stacks at 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Wasabi over the wall. Looking for Mental Go Boom. Going to get interrupted here. They're out of there. And yeah, Fuzzy Bunny really looking to play safe, but Poochyness once again in some trouble here. Barcode looking for a little bit more killing. He's actually healing up a whole lot here. Challenging Smite coming across, but Hecarim is just too big. Actually, that's a pretty big kill right there. Poochyness is going to go down to a final spark because a 1-for-1 around this tier 2 turret right here.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not even getting a chance to color. It is just constant action, and I love it. It's so much fighting going on. And unfortunately, Hecarim just lost all of his Dark Seal stacks, so rest in pieces.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were talking about the healing from the Viego, and that's definitely true. You know, having this Divine Sunderer does give you a lot more sustain in these fights than you would have in a, you know, a comparative crit build, I would say. And, you know, just action after action, just no respite.
Yeah. Sinfail is coming into the backside here. That Poppy ultimate is going to knock Viego out of the fight here, and that's really well timed. Number 2, Ginger taking incredibly low. That's going to be the Frozen Tomb coming across. It's only going to pick up 1 kill, though, and so far it's a 2-for-1 in this fight. The blue team has shown up, but the whole red squad is down here. Hecarim is just back on the dragon there. Not even going to give them the time of day to even try to contest these objectives here as the bot lane turret goes down. The dragon is going to go down in a bit. And yeah, this is, once again, Scoreboard White continues their steamroll here. Latako looking for an engage here. Poochyness is here as well. But the red team looks to be long gone.
Yep, and that's going to be sole point for Scoreboard. And, you know, LeBlanc, she's scary enough without a Cloud Soul. Wait till she's running at you at 700 movement speed.
Yeah.
Ready to one-shot you. And, you know, Scoreboard, they're continuing the advance. You know, they're taking dragons. They're taking Camille's life. And they're going to go and they're going to go take the Rift Herald as well. Cherry on top. And a pretty resounding 10k gold lead at 18 minutes. Scoreboard are taking no prisoners.
Yeah, they're really trying to do as best they can in order to just make sure that the enemy team just has no breathing room. You know, we came into this game, we were just like, hey, these teams are looking pretty equal. It's looking pretty good, but okay, here we go. There's the initiation here. Not able to find the knockup on Apollo, but he's taking really low here. The lifeline shield's going to let him live for just a little bit longer. Poochyness is looking for that last bit of damage here, but Apollo is doing such a great job of kiting, but not good enough. Poochyness is now looking for the next kill on Evermay. Does have the green and the purple gun here. Didn't quite land it, but he's going to turn it around with just a great final spark. Evermay is going to be picking up a kill onto Poochyness in the bot lane here. It's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, and you know, fair play to Evermay, right? I was a little skeptical with the Lux pick, but I mean, as you were saying, that's a lot of damage, especially with the recent buffs coming out. And you know, those final, I'm pretty sure that's like, yeah, 4 kills. I think all of them from Final Spark. Very good aiming coming out from Evermay.
Yeah. And Evermay has just been playing Lux, just the equivalent of a mid laner, right? Like, they've been maxing E this whole time. Like, E is already finally maxed, right? And I feel like they were just playing it as if, like, oh yeah, Q, the snare ratio doesn't really matter to me. I just want the damage. Because they're also going Luden's Echo as well. And so this is looking very similar to the poke Yuumi build, just with, you know, a billion times more damage.
No. Yeah, but absolutely. I mean, who needs peel when you can just kill everybody by yourself, right? So, you know, these types of supports, they can dish out such ridiculous damage when building this way that going for like the shield Lux build is just unnecessary. And that's going to be mid tier 2 down. Rift Herald still up. Aphelios
Yeah, but Number Go Boom has already taken so much damage. Number 2 Ginger is going to have to use that Frozen Tomb on themselves right here. There's 2 casualties in the fight. Both of them are blue team. Hecarim finally goes down. They're trying to look for some more consolation prizes for themselves, but they keep dashing over the wall. Wasabi's going to be taken really low, but only going to be inside the Hextech Ultimatum, not underneath the turret. As Sinfail's looking for the last kill here on Apuchiness, but they're taken oh so incredibly low. Can they find the last bit of kills here? Polvo is tanking up the turret a whole lot, but I think Puchiness is going to be able to run for the hills, maybe back in time. But here comes Sinfail reformed over the wall here. Yeah, they're going to take up the first turret. I think they're just going to end the game right here.
I'm not sure if they can. And Washabi is very, very low. Puchiness?
Oh,
He's dead.
yeah.
He
Goodbye.
greeted for the Krugs.
Ooh, okay. Number 2 Ginger's going to actually pick up a pretty big shutdown here. That's 1,000 gold into their pocket and also removing 10 stacks from Medjai Soulstealer. They might be able to find a little bit more here, but they're backing away right now. But that is now 15 stacks instead of 25 on that Medjai Soulstealer. The final spark comes across, doesn't land on anyone though, but no, we're finally being able to back away here.
The blue buff. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Exactly what its intention was. Man, Wasabi, I think they're just going straight for Baron scoreboard. You know, they're like, we have mid inhibitor, we have the supers pushing down mid. We're just gonna take this Baron and end the game in our next push, most likely. TP from LeBlanc coming in just to make sure no shenanigans, no steal. Maybe even looking for a pick onto Lissandra. Wants some revenge.
Yeah, LeBlanc is just waiting in the wings down there in the mid lane, but the Baron is where we're at right now. It's gonna be picked up. Evermade does throw out the ultimate. It doesn't land on the Number 2 Ginger here. Forced to claw over the wall. Now Wasabi's walking into a whole bunch of CC.
Oh.
A little too greedy here. Goes golden, so might stall for time while the rest of the team shows up. But they're able to pick up the kill here. And Puchiness picks up the kill and is going to turn into LeBlanc here. Sinfail's in some trouble here. Going to use that Heartbreaker to dash forward here. Poppy's trying to live for as long as possible. Just delay because there are a bunch of super minions pushing into the base. Viego's going to become Poppy. They have to back right now if they want to answer this push from the Baron buffed red team.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is the type of play you absolutely do not want to be making if you're scoreboard. 10 more Dark Seal stacks gone from Wasabi down to 5, and another huge 500 gold shutdown over to Viego, of all people. And, you know, these types, like, yeah, you're still, you know, 11k gold ahead with a Rift Herald in the top lane, but this is the type of opportunity that you give. Oh, it's actually stolen by Lux for Cloud Soul. All right.
Yeah, now Barcode is 2v1ing down here, up here in this top lane. Gonna use that Onslaught of Shadows to get over the wall. We have a teleport coming in from Poppy into the top side here. Fuzzy Bunny might be in some trouble here. I don't think he can dash over. Yeah, he's gonna use that W to escape. They do have the Cloud Soul, no, thanks to Lux. So that does mean those ultimates are real low cooldown, and whenever you use them, you get a whole bunch of movement speed, which looks really good for Hecarim here. They're going to use that Frozen Tomb to survive for just a little bit longer, maybe clear out some minions, but not going to be able to do it this time, as Poppy's going to be the one picking up the kill. Now, they're looking for the re-engage here. Puchiness is just dashing inside the shadows, trying to get some space here, but the minions are pushing in. Can they find it? Okay.
Hecarim very low on mana. But the one turret down.
Okay, that's Wasabi dashing in right
here.
there. The Zaya ultimate comes across to give them a little bit of safety, but now they're incredibly low. And that's going to be 2 kills immediately in this fight. Make that 3. Mental Go Boom is the last member alive for Stevens here. Can they find it? It's a one-man army. One person versus the whole team. 1v5. That's going to be Wasabi going in. That's 2 kills for Mental Go Boom. Can they do it? Can they try to turn it around? Number 2 Ginger respawns. They're trying to do it. But, you know, I think the red team is just looking to end the game right now. Okay, cool. Yeah, engage onto us. Sure, we're going to end.
Yeah, and I think that pretty much set the tone for the whole series. I mean, finishing off with, you know, 12k gold lead, or wait, even more than that? 13, 14k? I don't know. 14k gold lead at the end.
Yeah.
Scoreboard showing why they're #1 seed, right? So I'm curious how Stevens is gonna, you know, switch up their draft for the next game, how they play. And I think it all started with that level 1 TP from both mids. You know, LeBlanc getting 2 kills right off the bat, started that snowball bright and early. And looking at these damage charts, yeah, LeBlanc not even close. 5k damage ahead of anyone else. Camille, actually, surprisingly, I wouldn't have expected Camille to be the top of her class. Outclassing the Viego just a little bit, but pretty great scoreboard starting off the series in a pretty demanding fashion, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. As we're going to take just a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be in picks and bans of game number 2 of Stevens Law Gray up against Scoreboard White. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
I guess.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Style Esports Season 9. My name is Shinkari, and I'm joined by Wee Wizard, and we are getting into picks and bans. And by getting into, I mean bans are already finished. We're getting into picks of the Scoreboard White up against Stevens Lol Gray. We have two teams ready to go. Game number one was won pretty handily by Scoreboard White. Let's see if it will be a repeat performance.
Yeah, absolutely. And Scoreboard White not changing up their bans at all. They're pretty satisfied with how that landed. Stevens opting to ban the LeBlanc and the Lux on the Graves. They say, you know what, we'll give you that first game. You guys played well, you snowballed, but not in the second game. We're gonna take out that LeBlanc. What else do you have to show us? Scoreboard responding, of course, with the Nami that was banned last game. Will we see the Lucian Nami come out from Scoreboard?
Yeah, probably. I mean, with the Lucian unbanned here, if they really want to deny that, then they have to lock in Lucian right now. But they first picked the Misfortune, which does tell me that they might look for a Leona themselves. I think Leona Misfortune is possibly the best combination for Misfortune. Braum as well is another decision. I think Braum might be better here against the Nami. They do have a couple options, but it looks like it might be Karma.
Yep, Karma adding in the possible flex potential. I think lane Karma hasn't been seeing much play, if at all, but the flex possibility is still there if you wanted to put that mid or top. If there was a support that you wanted. Otherwise, I think Karma is a pretty solid support. Lots of shielding, lots of movement speed, and what else could you ask for? And there's the Lucian as expected.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Misfortune's laning phase has definitely been hit a little bit in the most recent patch here. We did have mana cost increase. We had I believe some base mana as well was reduced for Misfortune. Yes. It's just, if that ultimate isn't hit, then Misfortune is still going to be picked. I feel like the actual reason of why Misfortune is being picked right now isn't exactly addressed. And so Misfortune is still going to be very powerful into these kind of compositions that are built around her. We'll just have to see if this is a Misfortune Karma, or it could be a Misfortune set. There's still a bunch of flex picks that are being locked in by Stevens here.
Yeah, and I think this set is definitely supposed to go into lane against the Irelia. The question is, which lane is this Irelia? And, technically Irelia and Set can both be played top mid, so Stevens is probably going to look to match the Set wherever this Irelia is going. However, once we get into the game, we might be seeing, some sort of, the carnival game. You have to hit the weasel whenever it pops up, because you want the Set to, whack-a-mole. There you go. So you want Set to match the Irelia. But if Irelia keeps switching lanes, then the set has to match too. And I've seen it before with, Sylas versus Malphite, right? It's such a good matchup that the Malphite really doesn't want to go against the Sylas. So the teams just have them switching back and forth for half the game, and it's pretty fun to watch. But, second round of bans coming through. Hecarim Viego coming up from Stevens. They don't want any carry jungler on the side of Scoreboard.
Yeah, they really don't. And by taking them off the board here does kind of force maybe Scoreboard White to pick into something that might not be comfortable here. I think Stevens clearly is valuing Viego pretty high as well, and going to be banning that away. I don't actually, let me take a look. Okay. Seems like the enemy jungler does play a bit of Viego here, so it's definitely a decent ban as well. I think they might be overvaluing it a little bit. Who knows? Viego is still very strong, regardless of who's piloting it. So we'll have to see here as Orianna and Yone are banned away by Scoreboard White. And now Stevens has the pick.
Talon. That's surprising, and that's most likely going to be going into the jungle with the recent buffs. Ignite Talon jungle is very strong. It has such dual potential, and the mobility that Talon's hardcore parkour really gives you a lot of freedom in the jungle. and maybe we'll be seeing some spicy action from Stevens.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about this a long time ago when Talon was being spoke of being one of the best picks for jungle in Worlds. It's like Talon does have fast clear times, but not just because of like he has one ability that's very good for clearing minions, but it's mostly just because he just navigates the jungle like a lot faster than some of the other junglers in the meta right now. So just having that passive available to him that doesn't cost mana, doesn't really have a cooldown, right? That he can just like jump around, like you said, and clear the jungle actually pretty fast is now Twisted Fate and Zac are going to be locked in for scoreboard white here.
Yeah, so Scoreboard are opting for a lot more utility with this second round of picks. Twisted Fate and Zac providing a lot of, possible gank potential, CC. So they're really trying to hone in on, okay, Irelia and Lucian are our carries, and we're really just going to try and protect them and give them as much opportunity as we can to carry. And with this Twisted Fate revealed, most likely going to be Irelia top, Set going there to match, and Silas against this Twisted Fate could give Stevens an out, right? If Twisted Fate tries to go for a roam, Silas can match it with the hijack and possibly turn the tides on the other side of the map.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about Silas here is that he does have a lot of very good ultimates to take here. I think maybe the least impactful ultimate to take, and this is really saying something honestly, right? Might just be the let's bounce from Zac, right? I mean, a lot of the other ones he can do pretty safely from pretty far away and land a lot of them pretty well. And I think like if it comes down to a team fight, like maybe even Destiny is not that good, but there's still like a lot of very good ultimates for Silas to be taking here. And I think this does kind of confirm that, between Karma or Set are going to be the supports for Misfortune here. We still have to wait to see because either one I think are pretty good. Facebreaker, really good for keeping people inside the Misfortune ultimate, and Karma can really do a good job of protecting Misfortune with the shields that she has, which it should be noted that after Karma was nerfed, in ye old times of patch 11, the movement speed was nerfed on her shields, but the amount that the shield does was increased to compensate. So that shield is still very strong and a lot stronger now, and with the proper items could be very, very good at protecting Misfortune when she wants to go off with the bullet time.
Yeah, and especially when you get the Mantra shield, right? Buffing up your entire team with those massive shields, it can really change the tide, right? Because if Irelia is trying to quickly assassinate a target, all of a sudden all 5 opponents have like a 500 HP shield. That really kind of just puts your plan on its head, because it just buys your team that much time to narrow down, pin down Irelia and Lucian. And once those 2 champs are down, pretty much all of Scoreboard's damage is out the window unless Zac is going AP for whatever reason. Hopefully not. Don't do it. You can go for a Dark Seal on Zac. We saw it on the Hecarim last game. Dark Seal, very, very good on Zac. His AP ratios, they do slap if you get some AP. But you don't want to be losing out on that tankiness, because without it, you're losing your only front line from the side of Scoreboard. But this is the type of jungle matchup that really, really sucks if you're a laner, because both sides have a constant threat of ganks, right? Talon can just come from anywhere. Zac can come from anywhere post level 4. It's just so intimidating. I wonder how these teams are going to respect these junglers and the gank potential. How is the vision going to be playing out? Are we going to be seeing more deeper wards in the jungle, trying to see, okay, Talon's top side, I gotta play safe on this Irelia, because I think these jungles have the potential to be everywhere, especially with the the potential double Twisted Fate Destiny. This should be a very interesting game, and how positioning comes out, how it's punished, and who's going to come out on top.
Yeah, I will also agree with you on the warding, because it's definitely going to be on Stevens to do it as well, right? Zac is a champion that can gank from odd angles, and sometimes you'll just need to ward the if you're oh man, well Stevens is on the red side for this, but you know, they will have to put wards into that tri-brush on the blue side in order to make sure that they stop themselves from ganking, but they should also ward their own tri-brush because Zach can definitely turret dive them from that angle as well. There's going to be a lot of places where Zach can be out of vision, and then suddenly here he is, big goo monster.
Yeah, I mean, there's very like you can't ward all the spots, and that's the thing. I think playing against a good Zac is a lot like playing against an Evelyn, right? At some point, you really just have to assume they're there, unless you have visual confirmation of them somewhere else on the map, right? If you see Zac ganking bot lane, you can be aggro topside. But if you haven't seen Zac in the last 3 minutes, you gotta be really careful if you're the side of Stevens, because that slingshot range is really, really big. He can come from over the biggest walls on the rift, halfway into your lane. And if you're an immobile champion like this set or this Silas to some extent, you can really get punished by misstepping at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely going to be pretty good for sure, important for sure. As yeah, we take a look at these picks finally being locked in, which does confirm that it is going to be Karma support and Set top. So Set against the Irelia, Silas against the Twisted Fate, and Misfortune and Karma up against Lucian and Nami. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this particular duo. I did mention before that Karma does have some good poke damage, and the shield is definitely more powerful now. And I have anecdotally, I have some friends who have been getting some success on Karma support, but it's just I just don't like it in comparison to maybe the Braum, especially against a Nami and a Lucian. That shield is invaluable, right? And I feel like we've gotten to the point where it's just like, hey, we need you to play this champion, and not like I will play this champion because I'm very good at it, right? Because sometimes you just play it into a matchup like this where you're gonna have to be on point with those shields 100% of the time, and even then, like there's still going to be windows where if you mess up the timing of your shield, that Misfortune will probably die, because Evermay and Polvo have already shown that they are very good at what they do and can time those and will be able to time those windows of burst of dash plus Tidecaller's Blessing plus Q double auto, into electrocute proc plus press the attack proc. Like, there's a whole lot here.
It's a big burst. It's a big burst.
Yeah, it's a big burst that you're gonna have to max E to deal with, which feels bad if you're Karma. And then you have to be on point with your cooldown timings in order to make sure Misfortune doesn't outright die.
Yeah, I definitely agree that this bot lane is an unlikely duo, I would say, Misfortune and Karma. And just off of that, I would say that I think I favor the Lucian Nami, because looking at Steven's comp, they really have no way of locking down scoreboard into the bullet time. And when you compare it to something like a Misfortune of Mumu or a Misfortune Braum that have really good ways of setting up a play almost perfectly for the bullet time to full channel, it can really, really hurt this Misfortune in team fights. And if Mental Go Boom isn't in the right position at the right time to ult at the perfect angle, Stevens are really going to be losing out a lot of their DPS with this bullet time. And from the side of scoreboard, you pretty much just have a point and click comp, right? The only thing that you have to worry about is if you fall behind on the Irelia, if you fall behind on the Lucian, your DPS is going to be pretty much insignificant, right? Because Twisted Fate can't carry, Zac can't carry, Nami can't carry. So if Irelia and Lucian aren't outputting damage, your whole comp kind of just flops on its face. And with that said, I really think we should be seeing Stevens focusing this top lane, trying to put this Irelia behind, because I think Irelia is going to be the carry point for scoreboard, just because Lucian is so much easier to lock down and kill off than an Irelia can. So if Stevens can, have talent ganking top, maybe Silas stealing the Destiny for cross-map plays, and making sure Seinfeld is behind, Stevens can really make this game go in their favor.
Yeah, for sure. But with that, we are going to take just a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to be on the rift of game 2 of Scoreboard White up against Stevens Law Gray. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Summoner's Rift.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Style Esports Season 9. My name is Shinkari. I'm joined by Wee Wizard, and we are on the Rift for Scoreboard White versus Stevens Law Gray. And Stevens Law Gray, Lataco, is going to have to run for their life up in the top lane here. So level 1 cheese doesn't exactly work out for Scoreboard White here on the blue side. They're just going to be backing away here. Not going to throw out any sort of offensive wards in that top half, but we do have some answers in the bot lane. Wee Wizard, are you ready to go? It's a bit of a wacky start.
Yeah, definitely wacky start. Well played by Lataco, not getting caught out by that gank. You know, paying attention, correct position in the bush, gets the vision before the stun card can land. So no early first blood for Scoreboard. And we do see a ward placed on the Raptors by Stevens. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Much
I
better
do
than
want...
Scoreboard. I mean, they got the invade, but still no ward.
Yeah, I do want to note that really quickly. I call that one the KFC ward because you can see when someone's going to get chicken. That's what that one is right there. If you ever make that a thing, KFC ward, hashtag KFC ward, make it trending on Twitter.
Yeah, and Zach going for solo start Wolves. So his clear is going to be a lot slower than Talon's, although it shouldn't matter. Oh my god, I really level 1 set.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we
level
have
1
another
bot lane
level
too.
1 in the bot lane here as Mental Go Boom has to flash away. Evermay is now looking for Fuzzy Bunny here, who really wants to find Pulver here. Might actually be able to find a little bit more damage, but now Fuzzy Bunny's in some trouble here. Poochyness is coming in from the jungle here. Might be able to find something if he parkours over the wall. So flash forward, throws out the Q, forces the flash away from Evermay here. Not going to land just yet. I believe Misfortune, yeah, Misfortune also used her exhaust and her flash as well. So it's a very vulnerable bot lane down there. I believe Lucian used their exhaust as well. So a whole lot of summoner spells, once again, being flung around looking for this level 1 kill. They can't quite find it.
Yeah, and not only that, but that puts Talon's clear really far behind. Zach actually ahead of him quite substantially despite not getting a leash. And that could be very, very big for, your jungle. Clearing your jungle camps faster means you're going to get them back faster, so Zach is going to have a CS lead. And, Talon may be in trouble in this top scuttle against this Irelia that has Prio. But bot lane TP.
We have more TPs coming to the bot lane here. Fuzzy Buzzy does not have that flash. Oh, taking incredibly low. Wasabi needs to flash in order to get it, but they do end up picking up that level 1. They do pick up that first blood. So now, once again, they're in the driver's seat with this first blood and putting a kill onto their mid laner.
He has spellbook. It's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
It's
not like he got a Dark Harvest stack, right?
Anyway, we're seeing the same amount of aggression that we saw in the first game, and I'm loving it. And, taking a quick look at the map, there are a lot of potions still on the board, and I like it. Sustain is key.
Yeah, as we're gonna look a little bit more post still. They're looking for the kill into Palvo here. Mental Go Boom still looking for some more, but that Tide Call, that passive from Nami is gonna get them just enough movement speed to get away from this Misfortune Karma combo. But here comes Zach in from the side. Flash forward, elastic slingshot. He's gonna be able to get Karma, make him kiss, pull him in real close. Palvo's gonna pick up one. Can he pick up the second? Nope, it's going over to Evermay, but it's a double kill in the bot lane.
Woo! Flash is just coming back left and right. That was a pretty great flash from Zach just to get him in range to do the stretching strikes and CC both bot laners. And, that just like that, double kill for the bot lane, and you're 3-0 from the side of scoreboard.
Yeah, and the problem is in the top lane, Latako is in at such an awkward position right now to get a gank, right? The wave is shoved in, but it's not underneath the turret. So they can't turret dive Sinfail right now, right? But it's just really tough. Talon is along the side here, so he is in the realm to turret dive, but I don't know how well they can turret dive in Irelia right now.
Yeah, especially, Irelia does have the back advantage. It is only a dagger, but also having a potion as well could give you an edge in any sort of tower dive. But with Irelia hard pushing this wave, this does give Talon an opportunity. She has no mana. So
yeah, she has no mana. Just have to flash away here. Putin all they had to do was show up. And she's like, nope, don't want anything to do with that. And they're out of there. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, saving grace, Mental Go Boom is up a substantial amount of CS at this point of the game. Definitely farming better than Polvo. But, whatever lead Misfortune was able to get off of that good farming is kind of thrown to the wayside thanks to the kill and to assists onto the Lucian.
Yeah, absolutely. And, right now we're starting to see that, Zach? Do they go for this tower dive? It's very, very risky against this set.
I mean, the wave is about to crash into the turret, right? So I think Zach has an opportunity to go in, but I think he's just spending just a little bit too much time, and he's got some camps respawning as well. I think he's just mostly going to be able to. Plus it's like kind of tough to turret dive a set, right? Like he has the grid shield.
It's really tough.
Yeah, and plus Facebreaker is like another good CC target, especially when Irelia dives in there with Zach as well. Nothing
quite like a half HP shield, but TF with Destiny bot lane.
Yeah, Silas is
Oh,
coming
no
down
Silas.
too. That's going to be Wasabi taking pretty low here. The answer is pretty good, but Fuzzy Bunny's really, really low. Flash forward, throws out the Q. They're taking pretty low, but not able to find the kill just yet. Make me wrong, as Mental Boom is going to be the one picking up the kill as well. Is now Protege is waiting on the sides here. Yeah, there's going to be Elastic Slingshot over the wall. They're now underneath turret. That's going to be Fuzzy Bunny taking incredibly low here. Now Mental Go Boom's had nowhere to go. The rest of his team can't really assist as double kill comes out for Evermay here. They're trying to turn around a Poochiness, but he's able to pick up the kill onto Lucian with the help of that Ignite that he has instead of the Flash. Is now number 2 Ginger. Might look for a re-engage here. It's very, very bloody this game, but not a whole lot of success as Latako fighting in the top lane, but it's just a trade.
Yeah, and you know, living up to the first game, 1 kill a minute, 5-2, and you know, scoreboard still has the lead. That Zac in the bot lane, making sure Nami is nice and fed this game, and you know, Karma roaming topside is going to be spotted out by that ward. Good ward placement, I think probably from Sinfeo, and worth noting, neither team are going for these dragons. Right, the Mountain Dragon is just sitting there, really sad.
Yeah, and
And
Poochiness is in some trouble here. La Protege is coming in here, gonna lock up, gonna pull them back in here. But here comes Carmen from the side. Mental Go Boom is 1v1ing Polvo in the bot lane here, but it's gonna be very, very tough. They don't have level 6, so they don't have that burst window to work with here, so they just have to walk away. Lucian dealing so much damage to Mental Go Boom here. Might even have to back.
yeah, absolutely. And with the wave pushing like that, and a big wave, you're really threatening the potential of a dive. Although, you know, Karma is here to help out. But, you know, when you're that low as Mental Go Boom, you've got to be really, really careful in how you play this. And TF roaming down.
Yeah, TF's coming down here. Fuzzy Bunny. Oh no, I think they walked into the bubble. There's the rest of the blue team looking for misfortune here. The Kingslayer's going to come across and not going to land on anyone. The culling there. They're trying to turn it around, but it's just going to be enough damage to stave them off, push them away, and not be able to follow up.
Yep. You know, I'm just curious who hits level 6 first. It's going to be the MF. It's really, really close with these bot lanes. All this fighting has put them really far behind in terms of XP, and MF hitting level 6 first just means you can't dive me, because if you do, I'm just going to ult, the wave's going to go by. And, you know, the top laners, all 0-0-0, even CS, not a care in the world.
Yeah.
All the chaos is happening around the map.
It's funny because both of the top laners are pretty flashy champions, and I bet like them farming has been like, oh yeah, look at all these cool animations happening. Oh yeah, look at all this dashing around that Irelia is doing. Look at these big haymakers, and then it's just like, okay, well, see you later. Yeah. Next week, yeah, I'll see you.
I mean that's exactly it. Because right, both top laners rushing plated steel caps. It's really just the next wave, you know. Perfect comparison. And Rift Herald picked up by Le Protege. Not matched by Drake on the side of Stevens, just due to the Irelia rotation. And I'm curious how this is going to play out, because these plays are going to be going, and that's pretty much a free play for scoreboard, right? Steven didn't manage to get anything in return, which is very bad, right? Because you're getting this play gold over, and it looks like they're going for the double dip into the dragon. Is Stevens going to contest? They have a little cheese setup going on.
They just have to let it go, right? Yeah. Like they saw them path down towards the dragon. Bot lane is missing. Like these are the clear communications that they're at the Drake, and with at least a 4-man squad there, you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to walk into a bush against a Zac, right? But they are going to walk into a stun from number 2 Ginger here, trying to survive as long as he can. Did steal the Irelia ultimate, not going to be able to get a whole lot from it, but they are able to survive thanks to Karma coming up there. So not going to push any more here, but Poochiness might have found out Sinfel here. Let's see if they're able to find the damage. Not going to parkour over the wall. That's going to be Sinfel flashing away.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean, Seth's going to get 3-4 plates. Turret? I don't know. It's big. I mean, Irelia is going to be losing so many waves from that play. No TP. Forced to flash. That's 3 plates right there. And Irelia hasn't even left base yet.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling, yeah, they're going to sit in that bush. When Irelia comes back to lane, they're just going to jump her, all 3 of them. Saving Grace, maybe the TF, but... No, do it. I want you guys to do it. I mean, Zac's here, but I just want to see it so bad.
Yeah,
I want to see the bait. Oh, they're just
Yeah,
gonna
I
go for
mean,
TF.
yeah, Fuzzy. Okay, yeah, there's a whole lot of burst damage already on Wasabi here. That's going to be the elastic slingshot canceled. Puchin is doing a whole lot of damage. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Polvo looking for a little bit more here. That's really important. That's a huge exhaust coming down, trying to keep themselves alive for just a little bit longer. The tidal wave is good, and Evermaid's going to be the one picking up the kill this time. Nami has a 300 gold
KS
bounty.
Evermay, KS. The poor Lucian is starving while you have 4 kills.
No,
Oh
I need
no.
it. No, I need it for the Imperial Mandate. How am I going to get my Imperial Mandate without the kills, dude? Come on.
Oh
As
man.
Yeah, I do
Um,
want to note that that Tide Caller's blessing was actually really big there for making
yeah.
sure that the misfortune could stay inside the culling, because it does apply to spells.
Yes.
That was like one of the biggest changes I think to Nami there. Tide Caller's blessing really really good with the Lucian, just because of that.
Yeah, and the double exhaust coming down. Both of them saying, "You slow down." No, you slow down. No movement allowed in his bot lane. Constant slows TF from the Silas coming
Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah. They stole the Destiny here, but we have 2 teleports coming in. Let's see. Yeah, the rest of the red team is actually leaving here. There's a numbers tie here. TF is coming in from the side as well. As 5 members of the red team down here. They have to fight now. They have to look for the engagement. TF is coming. If they want the man advantage, they need to burst someone down now. That's going to be Misfortune pulled back in. Still has the bullet time available, but still taking incredibly low. Wasabi is going to be the first one to pick up a kill here. Set is looking for Wasabi on the backside here, but forced to flash away. There's going to be the ultimate coming across in a sin fail here, but they're going to dive forward and pick up the kill. It's a 1 for 2 in the bot lane. The blue team comes out on top. They might be picking up this turret as well. The red team can't do a whole lot. They just have to back away. Don't stand right. Okay, they're going to go over the wall here. Puchin just is able to pop the passive for Zach here, but that might be all they're getting here. Evermay is taking incredibly low. Wasabi is going to be able to pick up the kill on the backside. It's an ace at 13 minutes into the game. The blue team's coming out huge. They even take up some shutdowns as well. A little teleport coming in from number 2 Ginger here, looking for the cleanup. Can they find the damage on the Wasabi?
No.
They can't really. That's going to be the culling coming across here. Number 2 Ginger doesn't really have a whole lot of places to cull. Polvo's going to go underneath the turret. Going to die to it, though. Going to find the shutdown. Chains over the wall. Wasabi's cutting through the bush. Can they turn around? Blue card isn't going to be able to find the kill, and that's a double shutdown for number 2 Ginger.
Oh my god.
Saves the turret, scares the blue team away, picks up 2 shutdowns. They're still down 1.4 thousand gold, but that was pretty cool.
I mean, that is just Silas Gaming right there. What beauty. The healing from Kingslayer, absolutely incredible. I mean, the TF empowered auto taking him down to 1 HP was just the cherry on top. The Lucian full channel culling. What is going on here? Some shenanigans in the jungle. What is MF doing up there? Oh, she's going mid. Okay, makes sense.
I mean, at this point, it just MF can just go to whatever lane that she wants. I think the blue team is just like, what is she doing there right now? Just throwing out a couple of missing pins.
Yeah.
Maybe to communicate the Silas is MIA, but who knows with League of Legends sometimes folks are just like question mark pinging and like, oh yeah, they're missing, right? But in actuality, it's just like, why did you die there? Fuzzy Bunny looking for Polvo here, throws out the tether. Polvo gonna dash away. All right.
Twisted Fate looking tough on the set. He's stunned.
Yeah, Latako here is looking for the fight here, but here comes Wasabi in from the side. That grid is going to start to get charged back up. He's gone golden. That's going to be the showstopper here. That's going to be the big Haymaker shield, trying to turn it around as best he can, but there's too much damage coming out for the blue side here. He's going to fall as Puchinus thought he was safe here, but here comes Evermay and La Prodigy. Gonna stun him inside the invisibility. Holy moly, that was huge. Prodigy is gonna be the one picking up the kills in the bot lane. Silence did steal the culling away, but wasn't able to do any sort of significant damage to Polvo here, as now they've lost 2 members across the map, and it looks like the blue team is just going to clear out this vision and start Drake. Number 2 Ginger, diving on Evermay. Can't lane the chance, just gonna do some poke damage and leave. Or not.
And Twisted Fate coming in, maybe in trouble.
Yeah, it's goodbye. Oh, okay. Heals for like a little bit longer. Okay, there's the bullet time coming down as well, but Mental Gold Boom is right next to Wasabi, who does do a lot of damage. That's going to be the barrier coming across. Going to trade it back for the teleport. Yeah, he's going to... Yeah, this is the easiest play in the book. 1-2 punch. 2 more kills onto the blue team as they pick up this Ocean Drake. That does mean that either Cloud or Infernal. And it's going to be Cloud Soul this time around.
Yep, second game in a row. Cloud Soul, a little... I don't know if I would call it boring, but, definitely less impactful than the other souls can be. Talon pulled out of the wall. He's dead. Get
He
over
was, yeah,
here.
yeah,
That's some
Zach.
Scorpion level shenanigans.
Yeah, that was Zach landing the tether onto Talon, auto attacking a minion, and then Talon trying to parkour over the wall while tethered, and then being pulled from parkour. It looked like he was inside the wall. Latako in some trouble though.
Yep,
Oh my
round
God.
number 2. Can he
Yeah.
escape this time?
Yeah, he's, oh no. Okay, didn't do it quite right. So he's gonna get that grid shield, seal it for just a little bit longer, but once again, Wasabi just does too much damage. I think he was looking to use the showstopper as a means to get over the wall, but
Yeah.
either
Quite
you
have the
can't do
angle.
that, or he just
No,
missed it
you
by a little
can.
bit.
It's just, it's a
Okay.
very, very narrow.
Okay, number 2, Ginger, looking for the fight on the Wasabi here. That's going to be stunned up. Here comes the Zach from over the wall. Finds a great 2-man knockup. There's the Let's Bounce. They're trying to dive further, but not going to be able to find it this time. Pucciness is looking for Everman on the backside. However, that's going to be the Ignite coming down. Parkour, going to dash over the wall. Palvo's looking for the next kill, but Pucciness trying to dash around. Parkour, just trying to get away from this Lucia right now. Can he get over the wall? It looks like that's on cooldown right around. Parkour, as that's going to be Elastic Slingshot over the wall. Pucciness actually finds the kill here and goes over to mid. Is going to help Mental Go Boom take down this turret. But the blue team is still on the hunt. Sinfail looking for the dash here. Parkour. Here comes the Destiny. There's the death. There's the gate as well. The burst damage. The Everfrost. He can't parkour. Oh, he tries one more time, but Sinfail is going to be the one to pick up the kill this time. So now they're looking for Mental Go Boom. Prodigy dashing forward. Can they get onto Mental Go Boom? That's going to be the slowing, chilling smite. Sinfail lands the stun. They're now in some trouble. That's going to be the Stylus coming across here over the wall. Throws out the Everfrost, but can't quite find the last bit of damage here. So is trapped between the members of the blue team. Never mind. Here comes Latako and Fuzzy Bunny here. They're looking for the damage on the Protege, who's trying to ooh, that Facebreaker was huge. Gonna pull them out of the Elastic Slingshot. It's gonna proc the passive. Evermaze around the corner here. Is someone gonna cheeky teleport? Yeah, let's go. They're gonna teleport into this fight here. The Prodigy is gonna stay alive. They're gonna be able to pick up the kill here, but here comes the rest of the blue squad right now. Fuzzy Bunny's trying to run away through the slow, but they can't quite get it. Pretty long extended fight there. It ends up being about a 2 for 2. Yeah, as our producer continues to make fun of me for saying parkour in the middle of my play-by-play.
Parkour, and I haven't been able to. Okay,
parkour! Getting dash over the wall. There's the Talon ultimate right now. Is Palvo taken real low? Going to be able to find the kill on Evermay though. Can they find the pill? Yeah, absolutely.
Wow,
Wasabi is the next target there. The Everfrost is good. The gold card has been prepped and primed, but not going to be able to stop number 2 Ginger this time. A whole bunch of shutdowns and 3 kills for the red squad.
And, you may be down 4k gold, but it is not GG quite yet. That play just proves that Stevens does have the potential. They have the damage, and they have the pick potential of, when they have the numbers advantage, Talon's pretty fed. He has 9 kills, and Silas is Silas. So, overall, your bot lane may be 2-11, but maybe Talon is in a position to hard carry this game. And
yeah, I think
that red buff resets, doesn't it?
Oh, okay. That was real close.
that would have been sad.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pucciness.
Oh yeah.
So go ahead.
I was gonna say double Dark Seal from the side of Scoreboard. We didn't.
Yeah.
There's so much action. We don't have time to keep up with all the item purchases, but you love to see the double Dark Seal.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only real big item purchase here that's oh, that's wacky and weird, right? Everything else is pretty standard, right? The Kraken Slayer option on MF is just going to make her time in between her burst windows just a little bit better, as that's going to be a turret dive onto number 2 Ginger in the top lane. You're going to try to throw that Irelia ultimate right back at him, but there's not a whole lot of time to follow that up. I did want to mention, okay, here we go. Pucciness diving onto Rapolvo here, right here. Going to do a whole bunch of burst damage too, but not going to be able to do a lot as Rift Herald just popped into the top lane. Shelly's going to help grab that tier 1, maybe the tier 2. But yeah, I did want to say that Pucciness is now in the place where you might be ahead, right? The blue team might be ahead, but has to respect the damage from Pucciness, right? You're ahead, 5,000 gold about, but you can't deny Pucciness is very strong right now. You have to still play careful a bit.
Yep, and with a potential Cloud Soul Point coming out, do Stevens have the potential to contest? I would say no. His fortune is top lane, so unless Talon is going for a cheeky smite steal, it's really nothing you can do. Dragon goes over. Ooh, it's not looking great for Stevens. We did see them have the potential for playmaking, but it's just so hard. There's so much CC. The Everfrost from Wasabi is just the icing on the cake, right? You have the
Mm.
Zac, you have the Nami, the TF stun card, the Everfrost. There's just so much peel for these carries, and I was talking about how Irelia needs to be put behind. She's not behind. She's 4-1-6, 2 items. Um, and it's going to be really
Ooh.
flash stun
Flash
card
over
is
the
right like
wall.
that.
Evermay with the tidal wave again, taking the kill away from Lucian. And there, yeah, I mean, that was really solid right there. Flash over the wall into gold card Everfrost. Like, gold card Everfrost is the most annoying thing on the planet. But
Yeah.
like, man, it's really hard for me to say that Everfrost is like super broken. But here we go. Dream gonna be doing a whole bunch of damage on the Fuzzy Bunny here. That's gonna be number 2 Ginger diving in, trying to deliver as much as they can. Pooginess is gonna dive into this team, do a whole bunch of damage, but they are snared up. Parkour over the wall. The exhaust is on top of them right now, but they can't find another intro into this fight. Destiny was used by the Silence, but I think they already teleported, so they're not gonna be able to get that more vision. It is a wash, and there are no kills on either side, and a bunch of ultimates were spent, but I think that's pretty well executed if you're the losing team, honestly.
Yeah, and I just want to take a quick note to this Nami has more gold than anyone on this team besides the Talon.
Yeah, that's going to be Poochina's mental go boom is going to be able to pick up the kill here. Sinfail's taken incredibly low. This is going to be the re-engage here. That's the tidal wave once again. They're going to be able to pick up one kill, but mental go boom picks up another one, as now they're looking for another kill. But Polvo finally putting themselves on the scoreboard just a little bit more. Going to pick up a kill for themselves finally after all this time of Nami taking it away. That's the elastic slingshot over the wall here. Going to try to make Latako and Fuzzy Bunny kiss, but they're not going to be able to do it this time. They're just going to back away.
You have the best saying, Shinkari. Just gonna make
What,
them
have you
kiss.
never heard them say make them kiss?
I've never heard of that before. That's amazing.
Yeah, because like Zac grabs them like you're
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
holding 2 dolls and then like
No, I
smashes them.
get it. I've just never heard it
Yeah.
before, and I love it. I love it. And these Dark Seals are putting in work. But Nami's a little low set. I mean, you got him off the Baron. That's the best you could hope for if you're Stevens, right? You just want to deny the Baron take for free. You have Talon MF coming. You really just had to get in there, stall him, and stall they did. Well played by Stevens. It's not bad. I mean, the gold lead I think has been staying pretty consistent, right? It's still 5K. It's not escalating to 10, 14K as it did last game. So I think the potential is still there for Stevens. They really just need to lock down this Irelia if they can, or if they can't, just have Talon assassinate Dilution, and then whatever you can get after that, you can.
Yeah.
But you really got to be taking out one of the two, otherwise you're split way too far in terms of trying to match the damage.
Yeah, it's definitely looking, and they definitely need to play around Poochie a little bit more, as Protege is going to dive right in here. That's going to be Fuzzy Bunny going down, and the Protege is on a killing spree as Poochie now has to run for their life here, but there's a whole bunch of damage to Wasabi on the way out. That's going to be the Haymaker picking up the kill on the bot side there, as Polvo is going to pick up the kill on the set, and now double kill for Misfortune here. Silas nowhere to be found in this team fight. A very good capitalization by Scoreboard White here, as now they're pressing onto these turrets as well. Silas is finally here, but I don't think you can 1v4, friends. Sinfail diving forward, going to try to throw out the stun, not going to land. They're pushing onto the inhibitor.
Yeah, and I think they're definitely allowed to do this. 4 members dead. It's just Silas and Karma coming up. Wow, they're actually not going to go for the inhib. They still had 10 seconds on the death timers with 4 members. I think they definitely could have taken it. The only possibility is if they didn't want to take it for whatever reason. Although the math is that if you can trade Baron for the inhibitor, it is absolutely worth to do so. If you can take the inhibitor and then take Baron, that is worth for you compared to the free waves of gold that the inhibitor turret gives.
No, Fuzzy Bunny taking really low here, has to shield himself and run away here. Sinfail is now fighting 1v3 and actually doing very well. Polvo going to dash forward as well. Polvo taking incredibly low, as Silas and Talon are going to be the ones picking up the kills. And now they're pinging Baron. Are they going to look for Baron, or is going for Drake?
Dragon's up 13 seconds. Yeah. Deny, unless you want to play for Elder, right? If you give up Soul on purpose, right? It is only a Cloud Soul. It's not the most important thing in the world. if you give it up, you do have the possibility of making a play for Elder, but they're going to say, okay, we're going to go for this dragon and deny the soul for just a little bit.
Yeah, and I think this is actually pretty good here. I mean, the only person who can benefit the most from Cloud Soul is the Lucian, in my opinion, right? I think
And Zach. I think
TF has
Zach
the
also.
movement speed. I'm not sure how the movement speed works with how TF, because he presses the ultimate and then has to reactivate. So if he gets the movement speed after the end of the second half cast, is
Oh, good
Wasabi
point.
might have
I don't
found out
think so.
snare here. Lataco has to flash away. That's going to be Everfrost coming across to snare up the Zac, but he's going to be able to find the auto attack in order to make him miss. Now that grit shield is going to immediately be thrown away, as that's the lifeline shield coming through for Lataco as well. Going to try to get away. There's a face breaker to pull them back in, but that is not going to find the kill this time. The rest of the team is there to answer, but now it's a 4v5 and they have to get out of there.
You know, I don't know if I'm right in saying this, but it feels really bad to me that number 2 Ginger keeps taking the Destiny. I feel like he really needs to go for a more impactful ultimate and just, you know, be closer to his team, right? Because Destiny provides no damage. So if you instead take Tidal Wave or, you know, the Vanguard's Edge, you give your team a lot of damage because these ultimates have huge AP scaling and not huge, but it gives you that extra bit of damage that may, or CC, right? That could turn these fights around, but continuing to take the Destiny really is sort of limiting their options, I think, just because, you know, you have TP as the silence. You don't need Destiny to get to the team fight, and doing so really just, you know, I think limits you. Like right here, imagine if you had Tidal Wave.
Yeah, that's going to be the fight start. Gucciness is looking for the engage onto Sinfail, who is on the backside, did go golden. They're looking for the back here, but that lifeline shield is gigantic. Miss Mental Goboon is going to go down here as Wasabi tries to flash onto the other side here with that dream, as that's going to be that elastic slingshot over the wall. Number 2 Ginger is looking for a little bit more. They can't quite find it, as now La Prodigy is just 1v2ing the red team right now. Is going to be able to find that last bit of damage. Shout outs to Dark Seal, so much damage. I think they might be able to end the game right now.
Yeah, with 20-second death timers, it's definitely a possibility. You have the Baron. You don't have supers, but, you know, with double cannon,
they got 2 cannons.
Yeah,
they got
it's almost
cannons.
certainly.
They got a Lucian, like,
yeah.
This is so easy. Nami's got an Ardent Sensor to boot as well. Yeah, throw in the TP for just a little bit of extra. I mean, this is just icing on the cake. This is going to be the game number 2 and the match going over to scoreboard white. That's going to be the misfortune thrown out. Just a little bit of extra damage, maybe just pad their numbers, but a little bit better. But no, it's only going to pad Paul those numbers, as they're now on a killing spree. Going to pick up that last hit on the Nexus. The most important 50 gold of the match goes over to scoreboard white.
Yep, and that's going to be not a quick 2-0, but a pretty, I would say, one-sided 2-0. For the side of scoreboard, they're just showing us why they're number 1 seed, and, you know, pretty fantastic performance from inside of scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, this was still a good, even though this was a loss. I still think I think Steven's best showing was game number 2.
Absolutely.
I think number 2 Ginger might. I think number 2 Ginger just had to have some better, excuse me, I'm like burping a whole lot, I'm so sorry. Number 2 Ginger had to just have some better ultimate stealing from the Silas. That's my only critique right there, and I don't think I was very convinced about the Karma pickup here. Shirelia's Karma is still, you know, insanely strong, but I don't think you really have the team to like really capitalize on it, right? I think it's really only good for Silas and Talon here. And I feel like in this current meta, you're still picking your support to match with your AD carry more so than the rest of the team, right? Because that's why you pick Lucian Nami. That's why you play Thresh That's why you play UES, right? You know,
I completely agree. Yeah, I think the Karma pick, I think it's sort of limited Stevens in this round. But despite that, right, they made so many good plays. They got those, you know, favorable 3-for-0 fights despite being down 7k gold. That's just pretty incredible, right? The fact that you're looking for these plays, because that's the only way for you to get back into the game. You have to get these number advantages. You know, if half of scoreboard resets and the other half are cheesing in a bush and you kill them, get some shutdowns, that is really, really big. Unfortunately, not quite big enough. and Scoreboard are going to take the series.
Yeah, for sure. Very, very well played by Scoreboard for sure. And yeah, really great showing. Showing why they're the #1 team in the league right now is now we are going to call it for the evening. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, press that follow button. We have League of Legends action for y'all to watch every single day. Nearly every single day, but every single week for y'all to watch. Thank you all so much for tuning in. For myself, the entire live broadcast crew, Rare Adam, my producer for this evening, and Wee Wizard, my co-caster. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you at the next match. Bye-bye.